Spider-Man sat silently on the thick blanket of snow, his hand gently stroking the soft fur of the Shiba Inu beside him. The cold wind swept through the forest, but here, in the quiet embrace of nature, he felt a rare sense of peace. The Shiba Inu looked up at Spider-Man with round, curious eyes, as if waiting for him to speak. Spider-Man let out a deep sigh, then began his story, his voice low and filled with emotion. "You know, there was once a person I loved more than anyone else in this world, my mother. She was the most wonderful woman I had ever known. I still remember when I was little, no matter how tired she was, she always smiled at me. She used to say that as long as I was happy, she would be happy too." Spider-Man paused for a moment, his gaze drifting into the endless white of the snow. The Shiba Inu nestled its head closer to him, as if offering comfort. "I remember the cold winter nights the most. My mother would wrap me in a warm blanket, hold me close, and tell me bedtime stories. She had the softest voice, and I could fall asleep in her arms without a single worry. Back then, she was my whole world." Spider-Man clenched his hand slightly. "But then, one day, she was gone. Everything changed so fast. One day, she was still smiling at me, and the next, she had left forever. I couldn't believe it. I thought she was just sleeping, that she would wake up and smile at me like always. But then I realized, she would never wake up again." The wind howled, carrying the biting cold through the air. Spider-Man took a deep breath, his eyes behind the mask reflecting an unfathomable sorrow. "I grew up without her by my side. I told myself I had to be strong, but, honestly, I miss her so much. There are times when I feel exhausted, when I feel so lonely that I just wish I could hear her voice one more time, just once. But I know that's impossible." The Shiba Inu whimpered softly and nudged its nose against Spider-Man's hand, as if telling him he was not alone. Spider-Man chuckled softly, reaching out to scratch the dog's head. "You know what? Even though she's not here anymore, I believe she's still watching over me, still proud of me. I push myself every day, fighting for justice, not just because I'm Spider-Man, but because I want her to smile when she sees me from wherever she is now." He looked up at the starry sky, as if searching for a familiar presence. Have you ever missed someone so much that it felt like your heart was breaking? I think everyone has someone like that in their life. And for me, that person is my mother. The Shiba Inu sat quietly beside him, a silent companion, saying nothing but listening intently. The snow continued to fall, but Spider-Man's heart felt a little lighter. Because at least, for this moment, he knew that someone, even if it was just a small dog, understood his pain.